By the way, I'm not going back to the movies for another Marvel movie until Black Panther 3. I swear to God. That pissed me. I'm not going back until Black Panther 3 come out.
No clearance.
What up? What's happening? What's cracking, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of the No Clearance Podcast. I am your host, Tyler, here with two amazing people. We got Queen of the Pod and a place to be, KC. Make sure you tune in to her latest episode of Dare to Talk with the homie Jesse on there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that nigga. You'll feel me. And we got the greatest producer of podcasts in the world. You know what I'm saying? Mr. West, they call him. We got Jay in the building. Jay, was good?
Nothing much. Just happy to be here, you know.
Always happy to be there.
Would say, alive and well.
It is February 18th. Cuffing season officially over. Valentine's Day was it. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got one by now, get ready for the summer. Get that body right. You feel me? Do your thing. In the gym, get in bulk. My nigga, shout out my nigga Sammy. He trying to get swole.
Actually, it's cutting season now because, you know.
Nah, man. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You should have been bulking up in the winter. Yeah, that's fair. Cutting season. Time to cut. Yeah. You right. Well, Jay, we got some really important nerd news to get into. So let's get into it. Time for Jaylen's nerd news. What we got, Jay?
So this week, we're going to talk about Captain America, Brave New World.
Well,
I'm going to give my review. Yeah. I'm going to be honest, unbiased, and objective.
Well,
thank you, Tyler. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Nigga said, shut up. Shut your ass up.
So, I personally liked the movie.
Okay.
After some slight discussion and listening to a couple other reviews and hearing people talk about it, it made some things obvious to me that I didn't realize when watching it. So, before I'm going to give my first thoughts off when I first came out the movie. That was a good time. I enjoyed it. There were some things in it that did disappoint. Like, for instance, the marketing pissed me off because the trailer kind of gave away one of the big twists of the movie. That was the way they made the movie made it seem like it was a big twist, but the shit was in the trailer. So it kind of showed how they didn't really have faith in my boy Anthony Mackie as Captain America. I think he's Captain America. I got faith in the brother. But overall, the movie, it was good, but it wasn't great. It wasn't the worst movie. It wasn't the best movie. There was some things, it could have been better. I just feel like it could have been better. I give it like maybe a solid 6, and I give it that extra 1 point because it should be a 5. I give it a 6 because I just enjoy comic book movies.
Out of 10?
Yeah, out of 10. Yeah. So I give it like a 6 out of 10. I will say what I did like about the movie is it did really try to solidify the fact that Anthony Mackie is Captain America. The action was cool. Some of the acting was a little wonky, but it's okay. Anthony Mackie did great. Anthony Mackie was the best part of the movie, in my opinion, but the movie wasn't that good. It wasn't the worst Marvel movie, but wasn't the best. It felt like an old school Marvel movie from back in like the 2010s when they first started coming out. And like you're like, oh, that one that wasn't that good. And that's how I felt. Now the bad things, I felt like it was. Me and Tyler talked about this before the show. It was a little disrespectful how they did our boy. I feel like this shouldn't have been the movie that was just a dud. It should have been better. It should have been. Some of the choices they made story-wise should have been. Some things should have been focused on. I'm trying not to spoil, but some things should have been focused on more than other things. And some villains shouldn't even been in the movie. And that's my take on it. I'm going to open it up the floor to Tyler because he has some opinions. That
Wait. Hold on. We're not gonna speed past that. So why do you think those villains shouldn't have been in the movie? Were they
okay.
like not worthy of being? You know what I mean? Was it not?
So
You know
for
what I mean?
instance, Juan Carlo Esposito's in the movie. He plays a character named Sidewinder.
Mm-hmm.
And you could tell that nigga was tacked on later because I don't think anyone else he talked to besides Anthony Mackie was in the same room as him when they recorded that. And also at the same time, if you took him out the movie, he would it wouldn't have made a difference.
Oh, that sucks.
I felt like I got this opinion from a podcast I listened to called The Midnight Boys. It felt like they put him in the movie because they weren't confident in the villain in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say, like, his performance was okay. I mean, Juan Carlo always does, but there's a fight scene in it where it's like this didn't feel like it was part of the movie at all. It felt like a completely different movie. If you see the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like a shootout and stuff, and if they took that scene out the movie, it didn't even fit. And I don't know. It's just disappointing because I really wanted this to be better than it really was. Yeah, I felt like they just dumped it out and just to get it out the way, so they can get to their next movies that they like their next movies that look pretty good. Like Thunderbolts looks really good. This movie, unfortunately, is another miss by Marvel, which I hate to say. I thought it was good. I'll watch it again. I need to watch it again personally. But it was a little disappointing in my opinion. I don't want to be on this train because there's so much negativity around it already. I don't want to kick it while it's down. And I hate that the Black Captain America movie is like played with a bunch of hate because the popular thing right now is the hate on everything MCU. But this is one of those instances where it's like, damn, it's not that good. I still recommend to go see it. Make sure it makes money.
Okay.
The next one might be better.
I'm not in a rush now. I mean, shit.
Unfortunately.
May I?
Yeah, go Tyler. Sorry.
All right. I agree with you, Jay. I will watch it again.
For sure.
It feels like a type of movie you would watch on TBS.
That is not a compliment.
Like USA.
Like,
no. Like, you know, when it's like, oh, it's on TV. Let me put this on.
Oh, yeah, I can leave this on.
Let me put this
it's
on.
one of them things where like you flip it through the channels. Oh, this is on. Oh, bet.
Yeah,
put it
on.
You know what I'm
Fold
saying?
some laundry.
Yeah. I get things done. You know,
because you've seen it already.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. Here's what I think. Here's what I say about this movie. On the good end, I felt like it was a real nigga movie. I say that because my nigga, and I'm a spoil it. I don't give a fuck. My nigga Isaiah Rodgers, that's his name?
No, Isaiah Bradley.
Excuse me. My nigga Isaiah Bradley, he got locked up in the beginning. And shout out to Captain America. The real mission was to get that nigga out of jail. That's a real nigga move. Nigga said I gotta do whatever it take to get my nigga out. So I'm gonna give that nigga respect for that, number one.
That was sad as fuck.
That's pretty much the genesis of the movie. He really ain't give a fuck about nothing else going on for real. The goal was to get his nigga out. Nigga got his ass whooped by the Red Hulk and said, before I go to the hospital, I got to get my nigga out. And I fucked with it. That's the part of the movie I fucked with. You know what I'm saying? And you know, there was still a little tension where there was still certain, you know, like real nigga parts of the movie that you can understand. Like in the beginning, my nigga was like, why you still working for the government? Why you still working with these niggas? They don't fuck with you. And a nigga like, this all I know, my nigga. That's really what some real conflict between niggas that's trying to do it right and trying to be like, I'm just trying to stay out the way. You feel me? A lot of niggas, hey Jay, am I right or am I wrong?
Nah, I'm laughing because you're on point, but it's just bad funny.
This is the nigga explaining. Yeah.
And so that's an interesting conflict that I feel like, of course, how you say it? Sam, is it Sam What the
Sam
nigga
Wilson.
name?
Sam.
That's some
Sam
conflict. Sam Wilson. He definitely gonna have to deal with moving forward. Like, do I keep working with these niggas or do I fucking abandon ship and do my own thing? You feel me? I see that as a real situation in the future. You feel me? Now, they also introduced adamantium. Why is that so important? X-Men. You feel me? Wolverine, that nigga, whole skeleton. You feel me? So that's all cool. Whoop-de-wop. You know what I'm saying? Here's where the shit gets fucked up for me. And as Jake was saying, they fucked up the marketing for this nigga.
They sure did.
Okay? I feel like they've been doing this shit for too long to mess up marketing for any movie. You seen the movie before you make a trailer. You see what I'm saying? How in the hell do you put the Red Hulk in these trailers knowing damn well this is the climax of the movie? It's just the most disrespectful shit I've seen in a very long time. You wouldn't have done that shit for Doctor Strange. You wouldn't have done that shit for the first Captain America. You wouldn't have done that for Thor. I just don't understand. The nigga, what's my nigga, man? The leader
Thor.
was not the surprise of the movie. We ain't give two shits about that nigga.
No.
If they showed him and really let us know this was like a thriller, a mind thriller, and then at the end the Red Hulk popped out, that shit would have been crazy. We would have been like, yo, fuck the rest of the movie, nigga. Red Hulk popped out.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Now on another level, another thing, movie take place in DC. Shout out to the DMV. You know what I'm saying? I will say this. I don't know, the fight scene took place in Haynes Point. That is a place that I frequent very often in the summer. And I'm surprised they ain't had no niggas at a cookout during the fight. They needed some nigga shit in there.
Though, Tyler.
I'm just saying, they needed some niggas like,
Let's
girl,
be serious.
they needed some funny shit, bro. They needed some more funny shit in the movie. Girl, we got to go. Like, they needed something. If you go have it at Hayes Point, that's where everybody and their mama go to have cookouts. They
Just a
needed something
sprinkle.
right. They needed a sprinkle like, girl, what the hell going on? We got to get the fuck out of here. I'm just saying.
I get what you're saying. I get
And
it. I get it now.
they needed
It would've
some
made
more
sense.
comedy, bro. This shit was way too serious. The only funny part was when my nigga was having surgery and Cap and motherfucking Bucky was talking. Bucky got all political on the nigga. He was like, "You been practicing that shit, ain't you?" That was some funny shit to me.
Yeah, now their banter was like the best part. It was
Exactly.
a small little cameo from Bucky.
Exactly.
And they both got their own movies now. Because Thunderbolts is Bucky's movie.
And by the way, Jay, am I missing something? Did we know that nigga was running for Congress?
No, we found that out right then and there. I didn't know he was running for Congress.
I wanted to make sure.
That was new to
I
me.
was
I didn't know what office he was running for. He had a suit on. The man had a suit on. I didn't know about this. I think we learned about that in the trailer for Thunderbolts. How we supposed to remember
Did I
these
need to watch something? Did I miss a show?
Nah, you didn't miss
You
nothing.
know what I'm saying?
You didn't miss nothing.
Overall, my nigga Indiana Jones was terrible as a president.
Harrison Ford,
yeah, nigga was terrible.
I hate you, not Indiana Jones.
I mean,
Han Solo
Han Solo
need to retire. They could have got a younger nigga in there.
Well, he replaced the actor that passed away.
Well, God bless him.
But the president's not supposed to be young, though.
Yeah, he's not supposed to be young. The guy from all the other Captain America movies with the mustache.
Obama corrupted your mind. That's what it is.
That's who he
Bill
was
Clinton
playing.
wasn't that old when my nigga was
but
president.
Tyler, he was playing
he's
the
up
dude
there
from
in age.
But he was
fair,
playing the dude
Y'all
from the
right.
other movie with the mustache.
Y'all
so
right.
like it's
I'ma
not
give
like
y'all
they.
that.
It was a
I'ma
new
give y'all
role. The guy unfortunately passed away.
There's also one
cast.
part, man. One part that's killing me is there's no way you talk down.
Well, they had to do that. Here's my thing on this. Let me tell you about this real quick.
What do you mean talk down? Tell me more.
KC, these niggas was
They
fighting
always
at
talk
Haynes
down
Point.
the Hulk, though. They always talk
These
down the
niggas
Hulk.
was fighting at Haynes Point. And there was a scene where my nigga stabbed the Hulk with his wing.
Okay.
And he got the vibranium shit that Black Panther got when Black Panther get his ass beat enough the energy just boom and shit go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nigga got that shit on his wings. So nigga stab him with the wing and that shit turned purple. Shit just exploded. You feel me? Them niggas laying on the ground for a minute. You know, they finally get up. Hulk like, shit, nigga, I'm ready to go again. He like, shit, nigga, I got about 5 broken ribs. Let me talk to this nigga. I can't go no more.
Well, this is why they did that, because he's a counselor. Like,
but hear me out, Jay. The only thing that should have brought that nigga back was them niggas should have brought his daughter down there. That should have been the only way.
Valid.
Fly that. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't fly that whole in, that's just some wild shit.
Oh, because that's a sentimental piece.
Yeah, because nigga was asking for his daughter the whole movie, and I'm expecting at that moment his daughter come out the ambulance or some shit. Dad, no, they got this nigga. Hey, look, man, just remember, man, we got the cherry blossoms and shit. You feel me? Don't you want to walk your daughter around this shit, my boy? Even though you know we about to take your ass to jail, you ain't finna walk around the cherry blossoms. What the fuck is we doing?
Yeah.
He doesn't know they're gonna bring him to jail. He's in Hulk mode.
That nigga was smart enough to calm down.
I mean, they calmed him down. That's all you gotta do to do the Hulk. You gotta calm the Hulk down.
I'm just
the
saying,
man
bro.
is a counselor. He's not like he's just some regular nigga just talking them down. He knows how to calm people down.
If he was such a counselor,
oh shit,
you bring the daughter in.
Well, how is he gonna do that?
But if he's in Hulk mode, you don't know how he's gonna respond.
They was in the middle of a battle. They was flying around he just was like you just said. The shit just went boom. Where the fuck they gonna get his daughter from?
I ain't gonna lie.
Where the fuck they gonna get his daughter from?
Because I thought nigga made a call. I'm thinking the nigga made a call.
How he gonna? Come on, man.
Come on, bro. The nigga got all the resources at his disposal, bro. Why we sitting there acting like nigga? And it's a movie. Make the shit happen.
I feel like that would have made it even less sense if they just pulled her out of nowhere. They didn't even show her in the movie the whole time until the end.
Oh, see, then that really doesn't make sense.
If she was already in the movie,
I get it. They showed her throughout.
That's the problem the whole time, Jay. That's the issue.
No.
I just feel like they needed to set that motherfucker. Anyway.
Well, what it was
overall, man. Let me finish. Overall, I'll tell niggas, I think it was solid, but I ain't feel no type of way leaving the theater. Like my wife was like, "How was the movie?" And I was just like, "It was straight."
Yeah, it was good, but it wasn't bad.
If I'm ranking it, I agree with you. I give it a 6 or 5.5, 6. You know what I'm saying? I feel the same way.
For that shit to get on Disney Plus, then.
I say see it in the theaters, KC, just to support the brother. Because we need more black superhero movies. Because if we don't see them, they ain't gonna make them.
But I think to your point, I don't think they market it in the same gusto as this is Black Panther, though.
If they're gonna do niggas dirty like this, they might as well just cut that shit. By the way, I'm not going back to the movies for another Marvel movie until Black Panther 3. I swear to God, that shit pissed me the fuck off. I'm not going back until Black Panther 3 come out.
No, because
I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck about Thunderbolts. Fuck all that other shit. I'm not going. You niggas fucked up. I'm not buying another Marvel ticket till Black Panther 3, and Denzel Washington better be on that screen.
Yeah, they didn't have the same energy, and that's kind of fucked up.
I will say it did the marketing, knowing that Red Hulk was basically the climax of the movie. The marketing really did give.
And my thing is, we've proven to them that we want black superheroes because that was the excuse once upon a time too. That used to be excuse.
We talked about this a couple weeks ago, actually, and I was saying how people ain't hyped for it. The black folk in general were not very hyped for Black Captain America.
The advertisement has
I'm gonna take back my statement. My nigga's not a coon.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was crazy. That was crazy when you said that.
Listen, here's my thing. It sounded like we needed a color change. Sounded like we needed to niggify it a little bit.
Bro, I swear we needed a little bit more nigga shit in the movie.
It did need to be a little bit blacker. I will admit it did need to be a little bit more black.
I don't want corporate black. I want black.
It needed
why Sam Wilson now rolling through Southeast DC? I'm just saying, nigga gotta go through the hood one time.
What you call it?
See what I'm saying?
I just think it It should have just been more like embracing of the culture.
Exactly,
go.
bro.
It felt
Exactly.
like they just tried to do another Captain America movie, but with a black man. And
They could have put Isaiah's gym. Oh, that nigga probably still in Atlanta. If he was in DC, they could have put his gym in the hood.
yeah.
I'm just saying, bro. This shit crazy, bro.
No, he was from Baltimore.
You're right. They could have put him in the hood, bro.
Yeah, they could have. They
They
could.
could have been in the cut.
I
Everybody would have been rocking with my man.
That's just my thing. It's just disappointing that this is the first black movie other than Black Panther, and it just didn't give it the same energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At least marketing wise, especially showing Red Hulk in the trailer. That should have been a
That
surprise.
is what I'm shocked by.
The whole movie was like, oh, is he gonna turn? Like
I feel like Marvel
and he did
has done
turn
a
to
good.
the end, and we're like, come on, why'd you tease us all movie? Why'd you even put the nigga in the trailer if that it was supposed to be teased throughout the whole movie? You know what I'm saying?
And Marvel's like very good about like keeping shit secret. So I don't understand how that. You
To
know
give
what I mean?
some context, the movie did struggle from a bunch of reshoots, and it had it had 5 different writers. It was
Yeah, there was some issues.
it was gonna be bad no matter what,
regardless,
because it sounded like they didn't have a solid plan. There's whole actors who are in the movie that were just completely cut out.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Probably the daughter. To the end.
yeah. And then there was this one character. She was supposed to have a more larger part, but then with the Israel Palestine stuff, because the character was an Israeli agent, they had to change that all up. And it just, you could tell there was like bits and pieces they took out, they cut out, they added later, shot later. The green screen at the end wasn't very good when he was talking to the Hulk. I don't want to shit on it. It just sucks. But
it sounds like you don't have to try though, Jalen.
yeah,
and
it
that's
just
the
sucks.
part
Like I
that's
said
sad.
though, if this joint, I on streaming service, I pop that joint on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? TBS, I'll turn it on. There's some Marvel movies I'm never watching again.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
like I'll watch this again.
Yeah, I will watch it.
It wasn't
again.
the worst. Some people say it's the worst. I don't think
it's not the worst.
There's been worse. You know what I'm saying?
It's not worth. It's way better than the Marvel joint. The Marvels. It's way better.
Oh my god, that was horrible.
I didn't think the Marvels was that bad.
I didn't think it was bad either, but it's better than that one.
I think it's tied.
Oh no,
I think it's tied.
No. I mean, Samuel Jackson.
Now I gotta watch it to see.
Samuel Jackson did his thing in that one. I gotta give it to him.
I think it was tied. It was better than Thor. The last Thor movie was better than that.
Oh, the last one where he has a kid?
Only reason that last one was bad because of that goat.
That was
cute. They had to get that goat the fuck out of here, but everything else about that movie was solid. I don't know.
That movie was ass.
In my opinion, I thought.
Watch it. If you watch it again, that shit was ass.
Taka Waititi. This was thinking name.
Taka Waititi. Yeah, that's the director. Taka Waititi. Yeah, that was ass. I thought it was better than Thor: Love and Thunder.
Jay, we appreciate your honest review.
Yeah, it's tough. Just thinking about it, it made me not like it more. Unfortunately,
I'm gonna get my wording better.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna get my words better.
Can you try not to say nigga so much? Goddamn, nigga.
Why not?
Nah, but I kind of like
Black History Month. KC understood everything I was.
I know.
It was like Jalen was doing a dissertation. And I was like, nah, I need the Ebonics version. And he gave me the Ebonics version. And I was like, okay, so niggas was ducking like that.
I'm trying not to get demonetized, man, before we get
I was
monetized.
compelled. You know, you gotta give everybody a little bit of something.
I do this for the people I know, for the people that want to understand. You
appreciate it.
You feel me? All right, man. KC, it's time for KC's tea. KC, man, time to clink the cups.
So it is tea time, ladies and gentlemen, and this is tea that we're reheating because it's brewing. I thought it was getting a little hot and it was gonna simmer down, but this Blake Lively situation and Ryan Reynolds, this is actually becoming way bigger than I had originally thought. So we already talked about Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively and their little situation. So this past weekend, I believe SNL celebrated their 50th year
Anniversary,
of
yeah.
anniversary, or being in existence. And Blake Lively and Ryan went, which in my opinion, I thought that was kind of I know some people oh no, just show face kind of a thing, but I think it's in poor taste, because if you are going off this story that allegedly your wife has been sexually assaulted or essayed, you're not parading around and smiling and you know what I mean? You're kind of dealing with that. Not only did they go, they also were a part of, Ryan was a part of the joke, I guess, opening act situation. And he was essentially making light or fun of that situation. Ooh,
Oh
excuse
yeah.
me.
The what's it called? It was the audience Q&A.
It was the audience Q&A,
Yeah.
and I was just watching it, I'm like, this is cringy. You know, when you're forcing people to laugh with you? There were people in the audience who literally, if you zoom in, you could see some people are just rolling their eyes. There was that older actor, what's his name? He was in Bodyguard, Jalen.
Kevin Costner.
Yes. He was sitting there, and literally his reaction was mine, looking at Blake while,
Did
Ryan's
you
standing up doing the bid.
did you see
And
Blake's reaction?
yes, and
She was like,
she looked up and was shocked. Now, here is what I'll say. When they are doing things like this is not spare the moment. They've written this out. They have writers write this out, proofread, draft it, make sure it's okay. So there was a lot of eyes on this. No one thought that this was inappropriate or not okay. I just feel like this is more of a stain or a reason why I think this is not going to work out well for them. Also found out prior to that situation that Justin Baldoni got dropped from his agency, that also so the people that find him jobs and bookings and shit like that, they also have Blake and Ryan. They are oh, Blake and Ryan are good people. They dropped Baldoni. So I just feel like anybody who is siding with Ryan and Blake, it's not going to end up looking good on them in the long haul, because Baldoni is having just nothing but a pile of evidence showing that no, it's this woman who is being inappropriate and trying to do some other shit. I wasn't on that. I am still adamant about she was giving this man moves and grooves. I mean, every partner she's had has been from a project she's done.
hmm.
Even
Wow.
Ryan.
It's so
Shout out Green
bad.
Lantern.
Old boy got a whole website with just all the evidence. All the evidence. Just the judge had
God
to
bless
tell him
that
to take
man.
it down though.
Wow.
I mean, no, but I'm glad he put it
partner
up,
court case?
because
Yeah.
I'm glad he put it up, because I think it then further explains I am innocent. I'm not hiding anything. I think the way he's acting and behaving is perfect, because it's I'm not guilty. I didn't do anything. Here's everything you need, and you tell me what's the story this evidence is telling. I don't know. And then there's a lot of people pulling up old interviews from Blake, and it's just she makes interviewers feel uncomfortable. You can tell she's somebody that is a nepo baby that didn't put in the work. If does that make sense? I can see Blue Ivy. Yeah, she's a nepo baby, but she puts in the work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She practiced for the Renaissance tour, and she didn't just get up there and was like, yeah, let's just fuck around. There was effort and work put in. I think Blake is someone who has the pretty privilege and is used to things going her way, and so when it doesn't go her way, she's thrown off by that and throws a tantrum. But I think this time around, when you use the word essay, that I mean, sexual assault is not something you can't say lightly. And it sucks, because when people are really assaulted, it's going to make them feel less inclined to publicly come out, because you have so many people falsely using it.
Yeah,
So
she is a nepo baby. Her father
mm-hmm.
took her mother's name.
Yeah.
Sucker.
Interesting.
Sorry, no.
thinking big. You ain't shit, Tyler. You ain't shit. You ain't shit, Tyler.
Sucker ass nigga.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Oh wow. Oh wow.
Freaky ass nigga.
It's crazy. It's a crazy
69 guy.
situation. It's never gonna end. It's not end until the people's
No.
pockets start to hurt. That's what's gonna happen. And I
And I-
guess
and
my
I-
Yeah.
I guess my boy Ryan Reynolds tried to punk Baldoni too. I heard that he tried to punk him after he heard about the weight thing. When
Yeah.
Baldoni innocently went to his trainer, who just happened to also be Blake's trainer, and asked how much she weighed because he knew he had a back issue and didn't want to strain his back.
And he wasn't, I don't think he came up about it at like in a jerk way.
I will say though, I respect Ryan Reynolds for stepping to that nigga. Cause if you think about it, if my wife told me some dude was questioning her weight, I'ma step to him too. He only got the knowledge what he's being told.
So you ain't gonna ask no questions?
Right. Like
Don't you disrespect my wife? That's all I gotta say.
but
Then
you
You're not gonna
Then you
ask
get
for
the
more
Thank you,
context.
Tyler.
You get the
clarification.
context.
you're not gonna inquire about what's the
just saying,
context.
My wife come
Like,
up
are we
to me,
just
say she
randomly
was
throwing out weight
disrespected.
numbers?
My wife come up to me,
Numbers.
say she felt disrespected by another man. I'm gonna have a conversation. That's all I gotta say.
You know,
I gotta
I
ask my
also
wife some questions. I'm sorry.
just-
I'm
All right,
that
you know
type
what,
of nigga.
Tyler? I appreciate that. You can't just jump.
Well,
I
I'm
then
gotta
you're
not
gonna
gonna
look like an
jump.
ass.
I'm not gonna jump, but I'm just saying you gonna make my wife feel disrespected. I'm gonna
Here's the
say
thing.
something. Obviously, this comes after a conversation you have with your wife. But my
Here's the
wife comes to
thing.
me telling me that someone a man made her feel disrespected. I'ma say something.
Let's play a little scenario. Let's paint a scene.
I'm not
okay?
saying I put
You guys
hands
are-
on him.
No. You guys are married. Let's paint a goddamn scene. Let's say your wife got this new job, right?
Mhm.
Boom. Okay. Ooh, that's exciting. All right. You found out her work husband, kind of good looking man. He's empathetic. He got a podcast where he's like opening and he's a feminist and he's like, ooh, yeah. Everything a woman, quote unquote, wants, right? And every time she come home from work, she's telling you about how great this guy is. And oh yeah, he did this and da da da. You not gonna feel no type of way. You're not gonna feel no jealousy towards this man.
Whoa. Am I Ryan Reynolds in this situation?
You are.
No, I'm not gonna feel jealous. I'm Deadpool.
That's what I think is happening. I really truly feel, because prior to this project, there was no issue. There was nothing. But the moment
She ain't
started
been
working on
doing
this,
nothing. She ain't been doing nothing. Think about it.
I didn't say you did.
What did Blake Lively been doing until that movie came out? I'm just saying.
I didn't
I'm not
say
following
you
it. I
did.
don't follow
Tyler,
like that.
okay,
I
Jalen's
saw the
out.
movie.
Tyler, let's ration here. What
I can look at this from two ways.
Mm-hmm.
There's no nigga that perfect.
Right.
So I would just be like, he a suck ass nigga. Like I would just be hating on nigga from afar. Like, hey, I know this nigga ain't. I be like, this nigga.
Yeah.
I know he doing something. He doing something.
Yeah.
Be up to something.
Or now I would definitely. I ain't gonna lie. I would definitely have to take my wife to lunch, and before we go to lunch, I gotta meet people in the office.
That's
Here's my
valid.
thing.
I meet people in the office. Oh yeah,
Here's my
I've
thing,
heard
right?
about you, my boy.
You're bragging about how great the fella is. I gotta meet him. You're right. I gotta meet him.
Yeah.
I gotta see him for myself. If I don't know, if I don't know him, I'm just gonna be hating. If I meet him, I like him too. Oh, there's a nice guy.
Make
But
that
if
connection. Just like, let me
But if
put
I
a face
meet
to
him and
the
I could
name.
tell he's full of it, I'm gonna say no. He's full of it.
Yeah. There's also another part of
Well,
me.
if you
that's
disrespect
like,
my wife, you make my wife feel disrespected. I'm having words with you. I'm not saying I'm gonna
But
put
that's
the
the
paws
thing,
on you.
bruh.
We got
I said it
words.
respectfully. Most women feelings they change very quickly. You just gotta break
Okay.
it. I'm saying in the sense of like, okay, before I do something irrational for you, why did you feel disrespected? I just got to know before I go off.
Our intuition be on point though.
So here's my thing, right? Ain't nobody said I gotta go. You know I'm a crazy nigga.
I know you crazy.
You know
You all
what?
crazy.
I'm so fucking glad you named that.
You know
Excuse my
I'm
language.
crazy.
You gotta, cause you crash out,
You
Jalen.
know I could
Like,
crash out. You know it.
you
You
are not
know it.
retired.
You know what? We have a
Yeah.
we have a clip. I was talking about murder. I'm not joking, but like if it comes, it gotta come. But what I'm saying is, in a situation like this, let's say this is regular people. I'm not Ryan Reynolds. I'm not Deadpool. I'm just Jalen. If my wife feels
I'm screaming.
disrespected from somebody at work, I would like to have a conversation with them. I wouldn't go out of my way, but if I know there's a work event coming up, I would
You
like
gonna
to
make sure you're
attend.
available.
All
I'll
right,
make sure I attend
but
so I can show face.
this
I don't
this
have to say
specific
nothing.
situation,
I can shake a hand really hard.
this specific situation,
I'm
the
screaming.
the work, the guy she works with has a bad back, and they're doing a scene where he has to lift her. He
Mm.
has to know how much she weighs because he has a certain weight limit on how much he could put on his back.
Yeah.
Now, would you rather? He's probably like, well, if I directly ask her, she gonna feel some type of way. So let me just
Right.
ask the trainer.
Yeah.
Now, how that got back to her, that's not his fault.
That was the trainer. But that's what I'm saying.
Trainer being messy.
The trainer was being messy. But here's
So
my
who we really
thing.
mad at? Who we really mad at?
Now
But
we're
here's
cooking
my
with
thing.
oil.
There's still a conversation to be had because my wife felt the way about it.
So here's the
Like,
thing.
hey, I need to get clarification.
Here's
I
the
need to
thing.
get clarification
No.
from both
There's not a
parties.
clarification. No. There's not a clarification. I think Tyler brought up a good point, right? It would have been disrespectful, I would say, if he had went up to her and be like, yo, how much you weigh?
Yeah, no, you're
There's
right.
no way that you can ask a woman her weight and it not come off like you're
For
being a
sure.
douche.
Oh, for sure.
So the fact that he was like, hey, for this role, I have to pick her up, we have these scenes. Do you know how much she weighs? I want to make sure that, I have a back issue.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm gonna be real.
And
if
to
I'm
me,
Baldoni,
that's you being safe.
Yeah.
You don't want to throw out your back.
It's very
That's not
res-
even trying to be funny.
and I think it's more respectful to her. He don't want to make her feel no
Put
type of
her
way about the
Yeah.
weight.
right.
And if I'm Baldoni, if I find out that got back to her, I got to get another trainer. I'm sorry, this shit over.
Yeah.
That
No.
shit dead.
Baldoni got to get a new trainer.
You
But
got to.
also,
Yeah, because that's messy.
I feel
This
like
should be client confidentiality.
but it's not that. It's trainers. I feel like Baldoni, I don't think he got a chance to apologize because when he found out that it got back to her, it made her feel away. The brother got hey, listen here, I was just asking because this, that, and this in my back,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say too heavy or whatnot. I just needed to make sure that I prepared myself and able to lift a certain amount of weight that I'm not allowed to
Right.
lift. And I feel like so now I'm going on the Baldoni side of the situation, not the
Okay.
crazed husband side. I can see why Ryan Reynolds will feel away, but you got to talk to the brother.
I
Calm
don't
him down.
know.
But I also
still
heard that
don't-
he was trying to explain to Ryan Reynolds, and Ryan Reynolds was like, nah, fuck that. Ryan Reynolds was pulling a Jalen and crashing out and was like, I'm going to make
this is
fun of him
why
in my movie.
And here's what I'll say, and then we could,
we can move. Yeah.
we can move on. I just think that it's important to, I think Tyler brought up a good point. It's important to just ask questions
Yeah,
because when you assume, you just make an ass of yourself. And I think that's what this situation is there's a lot of assumptions. And unfortunately, when I could see Ryan being like, okay, so what else happened? You know what I mean? It's kind of like when the police interrogate you, they get one thing out of you, they use that one thing, and it's like, okay, well, what else is going on? And she probably felt like, shit, okay, her back is against the wall. Now I got to throw shit out, right? But you can't just throw shit out and think, you got a husband that's a crash out. Now I'm about to take it to the hoop. So now I think what we're seeing is their brand of potentially is at risk of being tainted because then if it turns out that you lied about essay, then
Mhm.
people are like, oh, whoa. Especially
Yeah.
nowadays with the Me Too movement,
Mhm.
the Diddy shit, and people are not going for it. So if that turns out to be, not true and they are lying, that is not a good
It's
look
not
on
good.
their brands. And I think they need to have them, chill at the house, get the lawyers together, get shit together so that you are prepared because it's not looking good.
I will say
It's
I
Yeah.
thought
not.
the joke was funny because he was
I
like,
didn't.
they was like, "Hey Ryan, how you doing? What's going on with you?" And he goes, "Why? What you hear?" That's all he said. He said, "Why? What you hear?" And then Blake's face like, and I thought it was subtle. I mean, I could see
I
why it
think
wasn't
the
funny.
audience it was 50-50. Some
Yeah, the
people
audience
were
was.
like,
I thought it was so crazy to say that it made it funny. If that makes sense, it was like, damn.
uh,
It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. It was like uncomfortable funny.
there
This
was a
is
lot of
crazy,
people
man.
on the back end that were
Yeah,
like,
it's
that
all
you know,
Blake
were
Lively's fault. I'll be honest with you. I,
that's
it's white woman be a white woman, and that is the issue. As a white woman do a white woman things, and that
it's a
is the issue.
Karen being a
And then she
Karen.
got her husband into it. And come on, man, a crash out to a crash out. You
I
don't
just
crash
became
out
a
for your
Ryan
wife.
Reynolds fan.
Yeah,
I just became a Ryan Reynolds fan
I'm
pretty recently.
Don't get
Yeah.
don't get too comfortable in the stands,
I
Tyler.
don't
'Cause
I
he
had
honestly.
to
was in
I
leave.
don't think his career is gonna suffer.
I love that
I
show,
think
Welcome
her
to
career
Wrexham,
will
when
suffer.
he owned the soccer
You
club.
would think, but I'm telling you because there are a lot of stories coming out about Ryan as well as Blake though. So
Mhm.
it's not just Blake who's
They've
getting.
been
You know what I mean?
bullying
I'm
people.
saying
The rumors they've
they've
been
been
bullying.
bullying people. You got him dropped from his agency. Like there are
Yeah.
so many things.
Nah, that's
Where
good for him though. A better door gonna open for him,
Yeah, you
bro.
know what?
Promise you, yeah.
Especially if
It's
if it
like
go the way he think, a better door gonna open for him. He'll
like
be
Gucci
straight.
Mane said, girls are like buses. Miss
Woo,
one,
miss
next
one,
one,
next 15, one coming.
Coming.
Woo.
Okay.
Gucci
You guys are
man crazy
cool.
with that ice game
I'm
stunt.
just saying.
Swag so
Well,
stupid.
that was
Still
tea
that bitch
time. Clink
straight
clink.
dumb, man.
Clink, 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 clink.
Ooh, shout out to KC, man. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. We appreciate that drama over there on the white side. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Um,
Drama of the
let's
People
get
whites.
got drama
to
too.
let's get to some sexy songs for you. Shout out to Drake and Party Next Door. The album "Some Sexy Songs for You" was released on Valentine's Day. Um,
Can you
I
remember in December?
do I want to say my opinion first? Jay, I would like to hear what you thought about what you heard.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you, I did not finish the album, but I listened to at least more than 50%.
that's cool.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you.
I like that Give Me the Hug song. Song was
Uh-huh.
good. I thought that song was good. I get why it came out on Valentine's Day, but I still feel like it's a little too soon. Maybe it should come out next Valentine's Day. I mean, the brother did get a #1 album, but I just feel like it was a little too soon after the Super Bowl show.
Okay.
I will say that I like the vibe. I like singing Drake. I appreciate a full R&B album. It felt like a full R&B album to me. Him and Party Next Door have always made great songs. This has been a long time coming.
Fair.
I will say that I liked it a little bit. You know, the first song I didn't like the first song. I had to get past it. I had to get
Me
through it.
either.
I had to get through. I turned it on. Jada told me to turn it off. So I didn't get to listen to it from beginning to
I'm screaming.
end because I had to wait till she fell asleep in the car to turn it on. Yeah, I mean it was straight. I mean, it still feels like
Baby,
as much as I enjoyed the Drake albums that came out every 6 months the last couple years, it feels
Yeah.
like another one of those. And there's no longevity to this music. I
Ooh.
feel like it's gonna come and go like the rest of them.
Yeah.
And that is the issue for me. I feel
KC,
like
did
Drake's
you
first
have a chance?
project after this. What did you just say?
My bad, Jay. I didn't mean to cut you off. I
Oh,
thought you were done.
no,
Go
I
ahead, keep
wasn't
going.
done yet. That's my last thing. I feel like Drake's first album after this whole beef should have been some of his best work ever. Just like how Meek Mill came back with championships.
Yeah.
That's how Drake
Let
should
him
come
cook.
back. That's my opinion. Y'all got yours. That's what I feel.
Casey, did you have a chance to tune in? And it's
I
cool if
did.
you didn't.
I did. Tuned into the whole thing. It's very clear what side I'm on. And I don't give a fuck how people feel about that. But I listened to it very like open ears and mind.
Yeah.
I felt like, first of all, I already predicted this. I said the way Drake needs to come back from this, leave that like macho rap shit alone. Let that shit, cool out. Put that on the back burner. You can revisit that another time. Right now, we got to get you what brought you here. We need that Blackberry Drake. You know what I mean? Typing, writing the lyrics in the Blackberries and getting in your feelings. I love singing rap Drake. I am not in love with this album. Now, my reason for this is, like Jalen said, I do think him and Party make good music, like they make bangers. I think the issue sometimes with Drake is when he does collab albums, I don't think he knows what collaboration is.
Preach.
You know what I
Preach
mean?
on. Preach on.
So this is the same way I felt when him and 21 did the joint together. I was like, word. 21 was fucking ad-libbing on most songs. Maybe had 2 or 3 songs. But I don't even think I think Party has maybe one whole song where he's doing it. But it was just a lot of Drake. Now, hear me out. I would have much rather it be a Drake album and he has a couple features from Party. That would have made more sense. But the way you marketed it, even teased it like it was a joint collab, I didn't feel the collaboration on it. I just felt like it was a Drake album and Party Next Door happened to like come on for a couple, for a hook or two. I did like Give Me a Hug. There were the typical songs that everybody's been playing out. I enjoy. I do see these songs being radio bangers, right? And doing numbers. I also think too, sometimes I'm a little, now after his lawsuit, I'm a little apprehensive about his numbers. And I think I text y'all this before. He claims that, they're hyping it and doing all this and the third. Now I'm looking at his numbers like, is that really genuine numbers that you're doing, or are they hyping that shit up too? Right? Like, is this authentic? You know what I mean? I also had a feeling too where it kind of gave me the Chris Brown vibe, where it's like, shit, I got this shit on my hard drive. I need it off. And I just, let's take this fire ass flip in our fur with these 2 buildings behind us. I don't know. I just felt like for him to come after the beef, I needed more. I needed, you know what I needed? I needed Take Care Drake.
Yeah. I needed some hunger. I needed some hunger. I needed a little bit of. He's too much of a pretender now. He's too much of a pretender.
I think that's what it is. I think it's okay for him to sit this out. That doesn't make you a loser, right? Loser. I hate you, Tyler. That doesn't make you a loser. You just gotta know. Here's the thing. Drake is not gonna be the last. He's not gonna be the last person to take a rap L. Yeah. I need us to know that. This is an L you took, and that's okay. Take the L, move along. I think there's even I think
take it with grace.
He mentioned
act
not
like you've been there before.
You know what I mean? You're not gonna win every game. It's not how you win, it's about how you lose. And I think this shows me that it's like, oh, you're a sore loser, and that's revealing. But I'm not gonna be, throwing this shit
taking shots at everyone else except for you.
I appreciate that, Casey.
Except for fucking K-Dot, which I wouldn't take a shot at the boogeyman. You know what I mean? He just killed you. Oh, nigga, you want more?
The boogeyman just came out and took my shadow. I'm good. Don't say nothing. If you're gonna say something, don't say nothing.
Yeah.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
I know this song got a couple joints that sound good, but it feels like a snooze fest.
Mm-hmm.
I just I feel like you don't start off that freaking slow. I know it's called some sexy songs for you, but dog,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you trying to put niggas to sleep, number one. Number two, as KC said, this album said Party Next Door and Drake. That's the specific order of which the album was promoted. Party Next Door and Drake, right? As a nigga that is supposed to be running OVO, when are you going to put your artist on the front? Or like, when are you going to take a step back and let your artists really do their thing?
Shine.
Like, you really should have been a feature on this album. Like a true feature. Why is it that the album says Party Next Door and Drake, and the first sound I hear is your auto-tune ass voice? The auto-tune sounded terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Respectfully. It just, it's not good.
Yeah.
Some songs I like, Nokia. I really thought, I was like, oh, he got another one for the summer. I like the Pimmy's Dilemma.
Yeah,
I like
that was
that
cool.
song.
I like that one. That was cool.
It make
was
me want to
cool.
go figure out who this Pim person is. And Small Town Fame is that's like a low key jump. But I just feel like, man, Party Next Door should have really shined on this album. And he did not. Because Party Next Door, he did drop an album
Last year, 2024.
last year. He's just one of these voices that you like to hear. He got an interesting voice. He's a really good songwriter. And it's like, Drake, just come in. Why don't you be the hook guy for once and let Party do his thing?
They both hummed
I
their
was
way
very,
through a lot of songs.
Man.
They hummed their way
I
through
was
a lot of
just,
songs.
I was pretty frustrated at this.
It was a lot of empty, wasted space. I'm not gonna hold you. Yeah.
I was pretty frustrated at this, and Drake trying to switch to this little folk. He was one song, some nigga playing a guitar, shit. I was just like, man, hey, look, man.
To quote my wife, it sucks. That's what Jada said. Jada just straight up said it sucks.
Yeah,
it sucks.
I had a better time. Listening to Mariba's album. Shout out to Mariba.
I like her.
I think it's called From the Wind Blew the Fire or something like that. My apologies for getting the album name wrong, but shout out to Mariba. Even them niggas, there's a group called They dropped there's a group literally called They. These two brothers, R&B singers, they dropped an album called Love Jones. I thought that was even, something I would have much rather spent my time on, but I know people was listening to this project, had to give a review. You feel me?
Oh, they're cute. Well, one of them is.
On another note, man, I wanted to just take the time to talk about this, man. I watched Luther Vandross documentary called Never Too Much.
What was it on
HBO Max?
Man.
And
I said, I need to tune in.
Very good. It was Jamie Foxx was one of the producers.
Okay.
I just feel like it was. I'm sure they've had Luther Vandross documentaries before, but this one, I just felt like did him justice.
Okay.
Not a lot of drama. I think they spent probably about 5 minutes on who people guessing he was behind closed doors. But he never told people his sexuality.
Who was he?
Like his sexuality. He never told people his sexuality.
Yeah, I know what he was, that nigga. That's simple.
No, to hear about the fact that, he could have just went on as being the greatest background singer of all time. This man sang background for almost every great singer there was. He wrote for Aretha Franklin. He wrote for Warwick. What's that girl first name? Ooh, Lord forgive me.
I know who you're talking about.
He was background singer for Roberta Flack, and Roberta Flack had to pretty much fire him. It was like, yo, you need to go ahead and start making music. And to think that his first single was Never Too Much is absolutely crazy.
That's his first single?
That was his first solo single.
He was a way to come out.
He was part of groups. He was part of groups before that. He dropped albums. For like in the 70s, 80s, groups like Chic, who those artists actually end up on. One of the artists on Chic actually ended up on Beyonce's Renaissance album. He's a guest singer on all of those albums. Like this man really worked his way up before coming out as a solo artist.
Solo act.
He
Different
did
times,
jingles.
different times.
This nigga did jingles for Juicy Fruit, KFC. Nigga was making a good living straight off jingles and singing on Sesame Street. He was in a group singing on Sesame Street for a minute as a like in his 20s. Like it's crazy.
Oh,
And but he always invested back into writing, producing for himself. And to think that he was also not only just a singer, but a songwriter and producer, that's stuff that I never heard people really give him credit for before. You know, he helped produce one of Aretha Franklin's albums, and just such an incredible career. It's just the tough part about Luther was the part that they focused the most on in the documentary was his weight and how he would always very much fluctuating in his weight. And of course his
same sister.
his battle with diabetes.
I feel your pain, brother.
Oh.
I like that, Luther.
The most emotional part was his battle with diabetes led to a stroke.
Damn.
Which is in the end
So sad.
ended up him passing. But the emotional part about it was throughout his whole career, he was fighting for a song on the pop charts. And his last single, like a number one song on the pop charts. He was always a hit in R&B,
Yeah.
but he wanted to cross over. His last single was Dance With My Father in 2002, 2003.
Oh my God, yeah, Beyonce dances with Matthew in that video.
And that ended up making number one on the pop charts. And he won a Grammy.
That song came out so late.
I didn't know either. He won a Grammy off of that song. And it was after that single where he had a stroke and later on passed away. And I was like, damn. Nigga, he was fighting for that his whole career. And
Yeah, I
he
remember
finally
when
got
Luther
it.
died.
Yeah. Man, bro, when Luther dying was the first time I experienced like a people really like upset about a celebrity passing. Like it wasn't on the same level as Michael, but it was pretty freaking close when Luther passed away. I remember that very vividly. How everybody was talking about the fact that Luther Vandross passed away.
My grandma was sad.
Yeah, a lot of people was sad. A lot of people was sad. My mom was,
grandma was.
oh Lord. People was sad about that. So real quick, with all that being said, I wanted y'all to help me rank 5 Luther Vandross samples. 5 songs that sample Luther Vandross in hip hop. I'ma list them. I just want you to help me rank them.
Okay, you got a list. Okay.
I'ma give you 5.
He's not gonna leave us out to dry.
Come on, bro.
I felt like
on,
he was
bro.
gonna leave me out to dry. I felt it.
I'm going to list them, and I want you to help me rank them. I'm gonna give you one that, it's a okay. So you got "No Better Love" by Young Gun. There ain't no crazy.
Okay.
We got "Excuse Me, Miss" by Jay-Z.
Okay.
Excuse me, miss.
Of course, Luther, Kendrick Lamar featuring SZA.
It's a new one.
If this were
I got 2 more.
Mine.
2 more. "Let Me Hold You" Bow Wow.
Oh,
And
let me.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a Luther.
That sampled "If Only for One Night." And the final one is "Slow Jams," Kanye West.
Ooh.
So we got "Slow Jams," "Let Me Hold You,"
God
Luther,
damn.
"No Better Love," and "Excuse Me, Miss." How would you rate these 5?
You know, it has to be number 1 is Slow Jams.
Yeah, Slow
that
Jams,
was a
I think so.
nasty sample.
I think
Nasty.
so. I thought yeah. That song made people. I think for our age, that made people be like, "Who the fuck is Luther Vandross?" I feel like for me, it was like, because I didn't even know what he was saying for a minute. I didn't know the nigga was saying Luther Vandross for a minute. And I finally got it. I thought he was saying take them damn draws or something like that. I just made
No.
Get your mind out the gutter, brother.
Bro, we was in that song came out.
I was like, let's get
Take
to
them
it.
damn draws. Take them damn draws.
I'm
A little
screaming.
Anita. Definitely got the party all right.
Oh God.
Yes,
Okay,
it
so-
will. All right.
Okay, that's
what we
number
got?
1.
That's number 1. I feel like 2
Mm.
is between Luther and Jay-Z's Excuse Me Miss.
I'm gonna go with.
Even though Let Me Hold You is
I was
that's a
gonna
classic,
say,
bro.
unfortunately,
If this world were
I gotta put
mine.
Excuse Me, Mister number 2.
Ooh.
I gotta do it.
We
I
have two
gotta
different
do it.
lists going now.
I gotta do it.
Wait, you're
I
bugging.
gotta do it.
You're bugging.
You got some nostalgia attached to that, Jake?
I gotta do it. That song's a
His
classic.
medulla
I gotta
oblongata
do it.
ain't got
Just
it.
because, listen. Just because Luther's too new, we gotta see in a couple years if that song's still
I
hitting.
mean,
I
when
mean, it's
when
still fire as
Pharrell when
fuck.
Pharrell
Woman.
so contagious, I can't
Yeah,
take
see?
it from my baby.
See?
Let's just take it, lady.
Damn.
Yeah, come on,
What's
Casey.
your
Come on,
name?
Casey.
Ooh.
Come on. Come
Okay, you
on,
got that. You got that.
Casey. I'm just
You
saying.
got that. Okay, but Luther got to go number 3 though.
But
Luther 3.
wait.
Hold on. Luther will let me hold you, bruh.
Hold
If
you.
this world were mine.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
fair.
That's a great sample, right? That's a great song. But let me hold. We all was doing it. We all was doing it. We all
For those who
was.
listening, we doing the Bow Wow.
And we was listening to that song. Don't
I
act
really
like
don't like to give Bow Wow too much though.
he's a great father. He's
That's
doing good.
Now look,
He's
that's
doing
the
good
thing
by
though.
that baby. He's doing good by his daughter.
When you start hitting that and now,
Yeah,
right?
come on. Now
Everybody done that.
I'm not saying Luther isn't number 4. It's a good
Kendrick,
4 in these
it's not
songs.
me. K-Dot, it's not me.
Hey,
I'm
Scissors.
gonna be real.
Solana, it ain't me.
I think Luther should be 3. I just feel like, for one, Luther's voice comes in so crisp on that
You're
song.
right.
Like
So
it's some cold.
Just
It's
Kiss.
cold, bruh.
Yeah, but I
It's
got
cold
the
the way he
see.
start that off.
This is what the problem is. You
Woman.
got nostalgia involved with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got
So,
memories. I don't got no
see,
memories with Luther.
and we probably should
I
have
don't got no
created a
memories.
criteria. This
Yeah.
is why criteria
You
is
got the
important.
Super Bowl.
Okay,
It
that
go
was
in,
great and all, but
out.
like
If it was up to
you,
me,
you dance with
strike a
you're
pose.
singing to your first crush to let me hold you. You're singing that to your first crush.
Nope,
You
wrong
singing that
answer.
to
You're
one of
not
your first
singing
crush.
that. You're posting that on your MySpace. You got it
Ooh.
wrong.
That too.
Ooh.
But you was
Damn.
come on, Casey. Like, here's the thing, right? The
Nah, I'm
song-
gonna stand by Luther. I'm gonna fight. That's my favorite song with SZA and Kendrick. I'm fighting
All right,
for it.
so
I'm
we
so
got
sorry.
we got
Man.
KC with Luther, Jay
man, this is
with
tough.
Let Me Hold You, and with the final vote,
Young Guns goes to the end.
Tyler,
I'm gonna go Young Guns
Tyler,
going 5. Young Guns going 5.
Tyler, don't piss me off.
Come on.
Okay, there's a right
honestly-
answer.
Honestly, the first time I heard Luther, as soon as that sample came in, I was like, ooh.
Ha!
Ooh, I gotta go with Luther at 3 and Let Me Hold You at 4. I'm
It's a good
sorry.
song.
Man. Tough one, but that's how great Luther was, man. That's a tough conversation.
It's a tough one.
Shout out to the legend, man. Just wanna and check out the documentary, man. It's a really
No,
good.
I'm really about to check that out.
It's a good time too, man. You really just jamming the whole time. So shout out to him. Man. All right. Let's finish this thing off, man. Podcast tip of the week. So we're still on marketing. And pretty much how to make the most of your long form content. So of course we sit here and we create an hour and a half episode. And in part of promotion, as we talked about last week, we create reels, which normally are less than a minute. But there's also another level to promotion, or where you create, these short 15, 20-minute clips of your episode, right? To help people, to try and, kind of reel people in to the long form version of the show. So it's really like, don't just take your episode, post it up, and say, go watch the whole thing. Because for one, it's rare for people to listen to anybody for an hour and a half. Very
That's
rare.
true.
People really like to take things in chunks, right? And especially if they're waiting on a certain segment of the episode, why not just clip up these 15 to 20-minute parts and just give it to them that way? Because either way, you still getting a view on a video on your channel. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, Jay, you have anything to add to that?
I will say it works better for YouTube. For instance, if you have
Oh, for
video
sure.
content, audio wise, doing the short clips doesn't really translate as well, numbers wise.
It grows your audience.
It
It may not
it
it may not add in regards to the listens, but it'll
yeah,
grow your audience.
it can, depending on how you title the section and um basically how you make it searched. But
Yeah.
it's better for YouTube because you could have someone sit and watch a 10 to 15 minute YouTube video easier to get someone to sit and watch an hour to an hour and a half long YouTube video. So
You
the
could clip
chunk
up the
the
episode. Go ahead. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you.
so um I lost my train of thought. You could go.
I'm
T.
sorry.
I
I'm sorry. I
lost it.
feel
I
like
lost it. I'm
you
sorry.
could
Tyler ain't
you
shit.
I'm sorry. You could clip up the same episode into 4 parts and people would rather sit there and watch the full part and watch the same thing but just in one full video. It's just very
Yeah.
interesting. How it
Oh.
works
Like,
sometimes. But
for instance,
let's
for an
see.
example, our Bad Bunny section, when we talked about the Bad Bunny album, that video itself got 600 something views, but the episode got like 40.
Exactly.
So like it
But it
just
all
goes
goes
to
towards
show
the
like
channel.
when it's a shorter video, it translates more to different audiences. And sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it does work. It's a strange thing with the algorithm. It has to do with a lot of titles and your thumbnails and all that good jazz. But breaking up your podcast on YouTube and make it into
Ooh,
sections
excuse me.
is very beneficial to grow your YouTube channel specifically.
Yeah. Yes. It adds towards the watching hours. And it just gives people more content, easily more digestible content. So
And if you have a good thumbnail too, it will increase the click-through rate, and the click-through rate is going to increase your watch time and how much YouTube actually pushes the video.
we're gonna talk about thumbnails in another podcast tip of the week. This is your episode of the No Clearance Podcast, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all have a great week, safe week for everybody out there in the North, Canada, and all that stuff. I really hope y'all staying warm. It is cold outside, my nigga. So yeah, that's all we got for y'all this week, man. Stay black.
Stay blessed.
Peace.
KC, get some tea.